New batsman is Stephen Waugh, coming out to replace Mark Taylor.
That one bouncing just in front of Graham Gooch, and it'll get away to the boundary rope for 4. So an uncertain start for Steve Waugh against some good bowling by Neil Foster.
And it looks as though this wicket will give the bowlers some help if you pitch the ball wicket to wicket.
Waugh whips that through square leg, a gem of a shot, beautifully played. 4 runs.
Steve Waugh is timing the ball magnificently here this morning. He's had a little bit of trouble outside the off stump, but having no trouble at all on his pads. And although he looked a little off balance, he has timed that ball magnificently.
Oh, shot. Beautifully played.
Enormous strength there, Stephen Waugh, and see the same shot he played last over off Derek Pringle for 4 runs. He's done it again. Pringle going into, slipping into the leg stump line. Stephen Waugh dispatching it magnificently through the onside.
Great shot. That takes him to 1 short of the half century, and this has been a good innings from Steve Waugh because he's been beaten a few times. He got a torrid time from Neil Foster when he was starting out. So we watched that favourite shot of his, that back foot drive. But every time the bowlers have made a mistake, he's put them away.
He's going to be like Ian Botham. He's going to enjoy the lack of bounce on English wickets and play square the wicket. He plays superbly.
And there's the 50. What a great way to bring it up. She's 450 against England, 8 fours in the 53 for Steve Waugh.
Oh, that's a glorious stroke. He's played some of those today that I'll swear to my dying day and no more than defensive pushes. Absolutely magnificent, Stephen Waugh. Oh, that is great stuff. The most super shot.
That's a great shot. 2 bounces and across the rope. So that's a nice welcome for Neil Foster.
Well, you'll never see Steve Waugh bat better than this. It's a gem of an innings. It's what the Australians need. It's what his captain needs. He's not holding back. He's giving it full ball. And he's playing some delightful strokes. He really laid into that. It was a bad ball. He hit over the top, didn't try and keep it down.
Great shot. He's given the ball a fearful hammering in that area.
Well, when you look at this innings, you think of Doug Walters, Sir Garfield Sobers, Norman O'Neill, the great back foot players who really get back and put it away, right back and across, over the top of the ball, and that's a gem of a shot. Superb batting by Stephen Waugh. He's now level with Dean Jones on 76, and we're going to see a man placed at point on the fence. They're playing superbly. Oh no, David Gower's going to cop it as he picks him off through mid-wicket. Newport bowling with a lack of experience here, and they're going to take 3. That's excellent running. Really is top stuff from Stephen Waugh and Dean Jones. This crowd warming to this partnership. 400 up for 4. What a wonderful start to the series by the Australian batsmen. It's over the top. That's 4 more. 1 bounce down to 3rd man. And his highest score against England for Stephen Waugh. He's on 83.
Magnificent innings this from Stephen Waugh, and it's the way to play a square cut.
Oh, great shot. Sweeper there. He won't get it. What a shot. Barnett with 10 metres to move couldn't cut that square drive off. A gem.
Superb shot from Stephen Waugh. David Gower trying to eliminate his 4 scoring ability through the point area. Stephen, being aware of that, just decides to hit it in front of point and gave the sweeper no chance of getting anywhere near that.
Oh, he's got it away. It's going down towards the boundary. It'll get there. Yes, it will. Into the fence it goes. So Stephen Waugh now moves on to 99. Just 1 run short of his maiden Test century. And hasn't he played superbly? One of the few false shots we've seen from Waugh. Thick outside edge and nothing going round for poor David Gower. He takes the slips away and through it goes. Newport, the bowler. He's got it. Beautifully played, Stephen Waugh. That is a tremendous innings, and I think that he recognises it too. He's not one to get too emotional, and have a look at those Aussie teammates of his. They realise that this has been one of the great hands. Tremendous knock. The Aussies are up in the stands waving their flags, and the Yorkshiremen, including Bobby Simpson and Brett Lawson up there, and isn't he a happy looking fella? What an innings, Bob Willis. A really great knock from Steve Waugh. His century coming up in just 124 deliveries.
In Exeter, that's going to be 4 more. A little bit of luck there for Waugh. Only the 1 slip in. Waugh on to 107. The runs coming on for Australia at a great rate of knots.
The dejected Englishman, and Steve Waugh just getting that down wide of first slip through about the 2nd slip region.
Feel there's enough happening out there.
Nice tidy shot.
To keep their interest up. And if I can be critical of the England bowlers, and I'm going to be, that is I don't feel that they've bowled a consistent line and length, and that is usually their bread and butter. And I think that the Australians will certainly learn a lot from that, and if they can bowl a good line and length out there, there's enough happening every now and again just to keep the interest up.
Great shot. Plays the cut shot extremely well, Steve Waugh. That brings up to 500. That'll be a boundary to Steve Waugh. Not off the middle of the bat, but he'll take him. That takes him along to 142. He's gone past Mark Taylor, who made 136 earlier. He's also gone past Bill Woodfull, who made 141 in 1926 at this ground. That's a nice little gift from Kim Barner to full toss, and that takes Steve Waugh to within 2 of his 150. Murph Hughes is on 35, and Australia now 6 for 524. That'll delight our next 2 commentators, the side of that scoreboard. 6 for 524.
Into the gap it goes, and that's 150 for Stephen Waugh. A tremendous innings, a quick time innings, an innings made when it really mattered, and he should be very satisfied with his performance here today. Stephen Waugh will long remember his first Test match at the Headingley ground. 150 in just 196 balls and 21 boundaries. So Kim Barnett again, and he loves those short deliveries outside off stump. That's going to run down to the boundary. That area is very quick on this ground. It's a little bit of a slope down there, and the rank long hop like that one is really no problems at all for Waugh in any circumstances, but when he's got 158, I should think it's very, very easy for him, and this really is an indication that
this time he hits it through mid with great shot. Racing away, the outfield's fast. Foster putting in the big ones, but he won't make it. 4 more.
A lovely shot from Stephen Waugh. We've seen a lot of boundaries come through that mid-wicket region today. There's another one. Newport sliding into his pads. Beautiful timing, head over the ball.
Alan Border declared the innings closed at 7 for 601, the highest score by the Australians ever at Headingley, and Steve Waugh remained undefeated on 177. His maiden Test century dominated the Australian scorecard, along with a century to Taylor and half centuries to Border, Jones and Hughes.